Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
Lori here.
Well, today I want to share a story. Actually, it was a phone consultation I just finished with Virginia. And I'll tell you, her heart was breaking. She was so sad. She was in tears. And I love doing phone consultations because I really do love helping people and that. But I'll tell you, today was a little hard for me because she was so distraught because she really feels her dream has been destroyed, that everything she's worked for, she's going to lose it because what she wants to do is come down to Mexico. Now, I want you to listen to this as she describes it in her own words and give you a feel for it. And then we'll get into the consultation and what I then eventually told her.
I apologize for the quality of this recording that she sent me. It's terrible, but I still would like you to hear it.
I am overwhelmed by that my dream I've cherished for a lifetime is slipping away. Ever since I can remember, I have dreamed of moving to Mexico to immerse myself in its vibrant lifestyle, beautiful culture, and, most of all, its rich and delicious food. The thought of living there has always filled me with joy and excitement. However, recent developments have cast a shadow over this dream, and I am reaching out to you in the hope that you can provide some guidance and support. I am 67 years old and a mother of two wonderful adult children who are now living independently. Throughout my life, I have worked tirelessly to provide for my family and ensure my children had the best opportunities possible. Full stop. Unfortunately, I was not as prudent with my finances as I should have been, and I find myself inadequately prepared for my retirement years. My sole source of income is a limited Social Security benefit of $1,400 per month. Recently, I learned that to move to Mexico, I would need to demonstrate either $4,350 in monthly income. Realizing that I fall short of these financial requirements has been devastating. I have been crying and feeling deeply frustrated, as it seems this dream may be out of reach due to these stringent financial demands. Jerry, I am turning to you in my time of need, seeking your advice and assistance. Is there any possible way to make my dream of living in Mexico a reality despite these financial constraints? Are there alternative paths or resources that could help me achieve this goal? Your expertise and guidance would mean the world to me during this difficult time. I am so saddened by the thought of letting go of this dream that has been so close to my heart for so long. Please, Jerry, if there is any way you can help me, I am eager to hear your suggestions and take any steps necessary to move forward.
Well, as we got into the phone consultation, she just was, like I said, she was just distraught. Well, she said, well, I have $1,400 Social Security. I says, well, what else do you have to live on? She says, that's it, $1,400. And I says, you'll never be able to live here as a single person on $1,400. And she says, then my dream is destroyed because I've always wanted to come to Mexico. And I said, yeah, you're not going to be able to do that. I don't like saying that, but I want to be honest with people. I don't want them to come down here and think that they can get by, on such a small amount. Realistically, you can't do it. So as we kept talking and stuff, she was telling me that she has a house, and the house, she can clear $200,000 for the house. And so I says, oh, well, that's interesting. Now, like I told Virginia, just to qualify for a temporary visa, it's going to cost you about $4,335 a month. And these numbers that I'm giving you, they're as current as January 2024. And she only has $1,400. So I can see, Virginia, that you're not going to be able to do that. So she says, well, is there any other way? And I says, actually there is. Since you have that asset of that property and you can sell it and clear $200,000, you can come into Mexico a different way. And that is that you show the Mexican government that you have assets of $73,000.
Oh,
And you have to have that maybe in an investment account or in your savings. And you'll need to show them 12 months consecutively that you have that in there. So I says to Virginia, I says, if you sell that house, put that money in a bank account, investment account, and keep it there for 1 year, you'll be able to come down here. You won't be able to come down here. Well, in a way, you could come down earlier, I told her. I says, you could come down and stay here 6 months on a FMM card. You can get 6 months and you don't have to qualify. Come down for 6 months, have your money setting in the bank in your area that you live, and then come down, check it out, make sure it is exactly what you want. If you like it, go back up after 6 months, come back down, spend another 6 months here, and now you know that you like it. Okay, now you've taken that money, you've put it away for a year. Now you can make copies of that. You can go to the consulate in your area, and you can now qualify for a temporary visa, and that's good for 4 years by providing that $73,000 income that you're showing. And that way, Virginia, you can qualify. So maybe your dreams haven't been shattered. Okay, then I says, well, let's look at it a little bit in deeper, investigation on this thing, because you indicated that you'd go to any lengths, you'll do anything because you really want to live down here. Okay, now this, to some people, this would scare them and everything, but what you could do, you could come down and let's say out of that 200,000, you need $10,000, to get things straightened out to get you down here. So now you've got $190,000. Okay, you come down and you invest it in a bank down here. You can now get an income out of that investment. The investments here on CDs, they are safe, they are insured, and so it definitely would be a way that you can do it. That would scare a lot of people. They're afraid that Mexico is not safe or that it's, has trouble, but it doesn't. It's very safe. China's really investing here. A lot of industries are coming into Mexico. Automobile factories are here. It's a very strong economy. And so you don't have to freak out. You can feel safe that the money is there for you. And so they are CDs. Now, what I'm going to show you here on how that can work for you by looking at these graphs that I've come up with. I want to show you, visually what it looks like on paper. That'll give you a better idea. Now, this way you can come down and you could live down here, and now you've qualified, right? You've got your temporary visa. Now you're getting an income. The great thing about getting a investment down here in a CD, you can actually collect the income monthly. And I'm going to show that to you in this diagram, monthly, how that will provide money for you. And so, okay, Virginia, now you've taken your $190,000 and you have invested it in a CD here in Mexico. Now let's look at it that you get a 10% return. Net, in other words, that's what you're going to clear, 10%. The Mexican government automatically takes out taxes from the bank, so you don't have to worry about that. Your taxes are already paid. But let's look at the numbers. You got $190,000, you're getting 10% return. That gives you $19,000 positive yearly income. Okay, now let's look at it monthly. $1,583 monthly. Now let's add in your Social Security of $1,400. Now you have $2,983 to live monthly here. And definitely, you could not do it for the 14, but you definitely can do it for $2,983. Now let's go to the next slide. Now let's look at getting an 8% return net. You got your 190,000 at 8%. So your yearly income is going to be $15,200, and your monthly income is going to be $1,266. Add the $1,400 in there. That gives you $2,666 monthly to live on. And definitely you'll be able to do that. Some people, for two people, are living on that. So you can see, even at this price, you could save money and put away money, which is a good idea, because if there's an emergency or something, you want to have money put away for an emergency. And also, you may want to do a little traveling, and you will have some money put away for that also. So we see that you're using your money to live on, and you're able to live a quality life. I can hear you in the background there saying, Jerry, you're not being realistic. We can't get those high numbers yearly. So what I'm going to show you, let's take it down little by little. Let's look at the first line item there. We're going to look at getting a return of 6%. So your monthly income will be $950, plus your Social Security of $1,400. That gives you $2,350 a month. You can live on that. Virginia. Now the next one, we're looking at 5%. Your monthly income is $591. Your Social Security of $1,400 gives you $2,191 a month to live on. That is manageable. You can do it. Okay, let's look at 4%. We're really looking at, that's what you're getting in the United States now, 4%. That's going to give you an income of $633 monthly, plus your Social Security of $1,400. That's going to give you an income of $2,033. Okay, that is manageable also. Now let's take it all the way down to the bottom where you're at 3%. Okay, I've never seen it get lower than 8%, but let's take it at 3%. So your income on 3% is going to be $475, plus your $1,400 Social Security. So that's going to give you $1,875 a month to live on. Again, that's manageable. And so if you watch yourself as it goes down, you can't guarantee that it's going to stay high. And by looking at this chart as it goes down, you can see it's very realistic. Again, I haven't seen it below 8.25 is the lowest that I have seen it. So I feel that these numbers are realistic, and I think a person could live down here with the requests that you've asked me to show you, Virginia. This is my formula for you, and so I hope that this works for you, because I want you to live your passion. And so I'm excited for you, Virginia, because if you really want to come down here, I think this is a viable way of doing it. And I really encourage you, don't lose hope, because you've worked hard, you've done all the right things, and you want to live a life, of passion, and you want to step out of your comfort zone. It is a situation where moving to Mexico, it is stepping out of somebody's comfort zone.
Oh yeah, it is. Even me, it get hard. It took me about 3 to 4 years to get comfortable. You know how long it take me to get comfortable here. So now I'm be comfortable. So, well, everywhere when you change, it's always, it's not comfortable in the first time.
Yeah. So I wanted to get back with you in this quick little video here. Now, We won't be producing another video next Friday, but the following Friday we'll have another one. I'm going to be doing some interviews. That's what I want to do. And I want to show you and let you meet some of the people here that are living here. And I've got some exciting interviews coming up that's going to tell you about what is happening here. A lot of changes are happening here.
Mhm.
And I want you to be aware of them. There's, it's just amazing how fast things are changing here. Some of them good and some of them not so good. But I want to just report to you what we see being here.
Mhm.
And so look forward to our next video.